Hello, good evening. Hi, Great White North. How are you doing? Is it C or is it Super or just NES? Good question. Let's find out. All right, folks. So it's entirely possible that we'll be interrupted by my daughter, who was supposed to be in bed, but started to stir a little bit a while ago, and she's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, you're not eating now. It is time to go to sleep. So hopefully she'll go to sleep. We'll see. But she might, it was around this time of about this age, my son used to sneak around after hours and like lurk, and thought that I couldn't see him, sneaking around in the living room when I was streaming. So we'll see if she's going to follow suit like her big brother. But I have been trying to figure out what I wanted to stream tonight, and nothing was really speaking to me too much. And then I started thinking about, I was close to streaming Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, but I don't really feel like thinking very much. I'm working on revising a book right now, and all my brain power is towards that and my job and everything. So I think I'm going to just do something more or less mindless, and keep working at this. It's been like 5 years, I think, since I streamed this and played it to any extent. So I'm probably more or less starting from scratch here. But this is not the hi, Mr. M. This is not the night. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to relearn, and maybe we'll continue for the next couple weeks, because we only have a few more streams for the spring. Mind-numbing Super C. I'm doing okay, GW. How are you doing? You said you're doing well, so that now it's like a recursive loop of how are you doing. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm still working on your great Game Boy video, Mr. Matthews. I'm finally down to the last 5, and I don't know if I mentioned it before, but you were wearing an awesome T-shirt in that video. Hey, Freak of 4, how are you doing? Let's keep doing this. Let's go back and forth, back and forth. Alrighty, so let's see. We'll get started. I'm also trying out, Blue Sky has this thing where you can go live on Blue Sky, and people can see that you're live and click on your profile and go to your stream. I'm wondering if that's going to do anything for me or not. But yeah, it's good to see you all. Paper Fedora, hi there. Been a while. How are you doing? And I also don't know how late I'm going to stay up, because I kind of need to try to get up early to get some writing done tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see how we do. The other nice thing about Super C is that the game loop is pretty short, especially if you die early on, right? So, have I ever had a chance to meet LeVar Burton? I feel like I've had a chance, but I have not met LeVar Burton, and boy, would I like to. Several of my friends and writing colleagues have had their stories read by LeVar Burton on his podcast, LeVar Burton Reads, which would be fantastic if that ever happened to me. But I don't write a lot of short stories, and I don't think they've been published in venues that he typically frequents. But one day, he's not doing that podcast anymore. But Will Wheaton has taken over that kind of space, and I would also love to have Will Wheaton read one of my stories. So yeah, no, I've not met LeVar Burton before, but alas. Lit Gaming, hello. Yeah, the Reading Rainbow guy. I was just singing that Reading Rainbow theme song to my daughter yesterday. She was wearing, she has a pink dress that has a butterfly on it, and she was pretending to be a butterfly. So I was like, butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. That show, LeVar Burton 100% taught me how to tie my sneakers. Because there was an episode of Reading Rainbow where he showed you how to tie your sneakers. And I already knew how to tie my sneakers at the time, but I changed the way that I tie my sneakers to be the way that he ties his sneakers in that episode. I already loved books when I was a kid, but I freaking loved Reading Rainbow. Oh, you have a fun story to share. Well, I want that story anyway, but I wish I had met LeVar Burton. I still might one day. You never know. Oki Organics, hello. All right, I'm going to get started while we all chat amongst ourselves and see how we do here. I'm very rusty at this game. I did play this fairly recently just for to try out a handheld device that I was using, And I was doing really, really badly, so this isn't going to go well at all. I'm very, very rusty, but this is these are fun games to mess around with, right? Do I want that? Yes. Nuts, I missed whatever that was. I think that was probably the spread, right? Yeah, very, very rusty. Oof, that was close. What is that? Well, one of these destroys everything. Okay, whatever. It was not the spread. No! Oh! Already? Alright, that was unfortunate. That's okay. Yes, there we go. That's what I wanted. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. I'm sure I'm the last person who's not beaten this game. Those bombs, for some reason, always mess me up because I'm never really sure how. I never give them enough time to explode. Whoa! Oh no! Oh boy! Wow. Okay. Oh, come on! I forgot they jump out of the back of this thing. That's unfortunate. Not good. Yeah, if you don't take this thing out like right away, you're just hosed. Alright, well, that didn't go well. Let's see. Lavar was a huge part of my childhood. The song popped in my head tonight, and the question occurred to me. Just finished up a drawing. Awesome. Paper Fedora. Oh, Pride Month. Excellent. You can do it if you believe in the power of wishes. Hey, Ruby. How are you? Tying my shoes was difficult, if I recall, growing up. It wasn't making the loops. It was pulling the laces through them. Tying shoes is actually, having seen, my son is really still actually not very good at it. Mostly from lack of him, trying. But they are kind of complicated in that they require a certain dexterity and understanding of I don't know. I don't want to quite say three-dimensional spaces or whatever like that, but understanding how the shapes will fit together. It's definitely not as easy as you would think it would be. It's something I think a lot of us take for granted. But I mean, there's a reason why tying different kinds of knots can be complicated, right? Oops. Anyway. I'm not really too hot on these overhead levels. I think what got me thinking about this again also was Mr. Matthews' video. Hold on a second. Game audio is not on, is it? Sorry about that. Turn that on. Thank you. I remember muting it. Going okay, Ruby. How are you doing? Mr. Matthews did his Game Boy video, and Operation C was in it, and I was thinking about it, and I want to play it, but I want to play it after I have finished, the NES games. So, because I guess it's a mishmash of the two of them. And I think you were kind of talking about how like these Contra games, like the NES Contra games, are sort of like the most pure form of Contra. Super Contra, I mean, the Super NES Contra 3, I guess, always seems like too much to me. Like, it just seems like it's just doing too much. But it's kind of like the same thing with me and like the Mega Man games. Like, I prefer standard, straightforward, jumping, shooting, you know, running. And then you start throwing in stuff like some of the extra things like sliding and charge shots, and it's okay. But then you start doing like wall jumps, and I don't know. I'm less keen on the Mega Man X kind of iteration. What's this? I forgot this is the boss. Playing it safe here. Trying to. Yeah, I love that victory music. Pause real quick here. So my personal best in this game is Area 3, I think. Stage 3. Mazin, hello. Remember to avoid bullets or you will die. I will try to remember that. Contra's Heavy Barrels, Akari Warriors, Jackal were games my brother and I played together the most. Yeah, if I had more friends to play two-player games with, I would have done more of that too. I definitely played Contra with a friend occasionally, and I was always really bad at it. So, and I had not learned the game independently, so I always felt like I always felt just embarrassed to play those games with my friends because I wasn't really very good at them. And for the longest time, I just assumed that I just wasn't good at that type of game. When really, you just need to play it and practice it, right? I cannot miss my favorite Deadline author. I'm working on it, Mazin. I've got a calendar above my TV. And I'm eyeing the number of days I have left. I always forget how slow revision takes because I have to think so much about what I'm going to do to fix things or change things. Jackal, I was very happy to finally finish that last year. Finally finished Jackal, or earlier this year. I forget timing-wise. It was pretty recent anyway. Balloons have weapons. Yeah, thank you. Way more accepting of evolving gameplay in other series, but not Contra. I think Contra is at its best just like this, and I regret Contra 3. You regret Contra 3. Yeah, there was something really refreshing about going back to Mega Man 9, right? After all of the changes that had happened to the series, to just say, okay, we're going back to our roots. And that game was really hard for me, especially after so much time had passed. But I think there's something to be said about going back to like the original formula, right? In all its limitations, there's like a very pure sort of gameplay to it. But yeah, I don't mind gameplay evolving too much. Although Mega Man 11, I really don't like how that's evolved, and I need to get back to that at some point. But it feels like I'm playing it. I want to play it just because it's Mega Man, and I feel like I have to. I don't know. Remember to jump. Thank you, Mazin. Hey Vash, how are you doing? Reject. You reject Contra 3. You don't regret it. You reject it. I feel like I like regret. I like regret more than reject in that case. But it's funny. Oh, come on. I ducked. You saw me duck. I just stood up too fast. Okay, that's fine. That's all right. A little bit rough here. Oh, yeah, now you show up. Okay. Anyway, I've got this book to finish revising, and then I've got some side projects. I'm working on a couple of different things with some folks, collaborating on various things, and then I've got projects that I want to work on my own. I'm trying to think. I'm hoping to just kind of take a break from really... Oh, I was too close. I thought you could get really close to that. Maybe I was wrong. Okay. That's all right. Ooh. I got to talk to my agent and figure about like what project I should work on next. Publishing's kind of a mess right now, so I don't really know what I should best spend my time working on. But I have a picture book idea, a couple picture book ideas. I want to see, but I don't really know how to write picture books, so I need to look into that as a possibility. I know people who write picture books, and they may be able to give me some ideas. Anyway, how are you guys doing? What are you guys playing or doing? What are you guys excited about? I saw Mazen's started playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, which is cool. Are these guys wearing pink or fuchsia or something? They look kind of pinkish on my TV. I don't know what color these guys are wearing. I was thinking about that pink foot soldier idea. Okay, let me pause for a second here. Reject, regret, regrets, no regrets. Stage 4, yeah, I made it to stage 5, probably just the very beginning of stage 5, like the last time. I have it in my stream that I have the PB, but I probably didn't make it very far. Yeah, hold down to duck or else you'll stand up. Yeah, duck to stand. But I have not really come close to finishing this. Oh boy, I shouldn't have paused the game there. Okay, that's fine. Got our first game over. So be it. We'll continue. It's okay. It's okay. Kind of relearning all this. I shouldn't say that this game is mindless, because there is actually, I think, a bit until you get the muscle memory of it all. There is kind of a little bit of thinking and remembering, patterns, recognizing patterns, reacting quickly, remembering where you are and what's going on. So it's not quite brainless, but I didn't want to have to write things down. And I know if I stream Castlevania 2, I'm going to have backseaters. It's just going to happen. Tell me to get the Chrysogrim and whatnot. And I don't know if I want that, or if I want to, I think it's safe over here, right? Nope, that's a lie. Maybe it's safe. It might be. Okay. Throwing grapefruits at me or whatever. Gonna be starting BioShock. Oh my gosh, lit. That's a great game. I enjoyed BioShock, but I think that it wasn't really a good game for me to stream, because I did have to. That game doesn't come naturally to me at all, and it was drawing out, and I didn't get a chance to really. I didn't feel like I had the time to like really appreciate it and just explore and enjoy it. So I ended up finishing that one off stream, and I ended up the last few hours that I spent with that game, I really enjoyed more than I did when I was streaming. And I've started to realize that there are just some games that I think either they don't stream well, or I don't stream them well, or I can appreciate them better if I'm not streaming them. So, but I'll try to catch some of that BioShock. That's a great game. I need to play the sequels. I will not stream them, but I have them on my Switch. The third BioShock Infinite specifically, people have been referring me to since it came out, because they know it's the kind of game that I'm going to like, at least story-wise, and I just need to get to it. Contra's in the world of Udukistan. You're going to practice the challenge games tonight, but for tonight I'm out of town, so we'll be back to practice on Friday. Excellent. Are you duck enough to avoid bullets? Yes, thank you, the Chrysogrim. Finally finished Neri Tower of Shirin on Switch. You haven't been streaming lately, have you, Freak? I really enjoy the games that you choose to play when you stream. It's been a while. I know I've missed a lot of streams because I've been so busy, but I don't think I've missed you streaming. I mean, I miss you streaming, but I don't think you have been streaming and I haven't been able to watch it. So just know that I always enjoy the games that you play. Castlevania 2 is definitely a backseater beacon, yeah, right? And a game like this, people might backseat you in this, but it doesn't help, because it's all like how you implement, how you react and whatnot. Hey, Omega Ace Gaming, the Chrysogrim summoned. Omega Ace, how are you doing? I do have more. Well, you guys generally know your games, right? Or I don't know. Maybe people just have more faith in you, and so they don't backseat you as much. Omega is a backseater, but when he backseats, it's because I've invited him to stream with me and tell me how to get through a game, because it's a fun kind of collaborative stream in those cases. Bioshock Infinite's your favorite, Lit? You only played one Bioshock, and it was awesome. Was it the first one, Mazin? The night's going okay. It sounds like my daughter might have settled down after all. I was worried. Things are going okay. I guess starting to get a little bit sleep deprived because as Mazin knows, I'm on a deadline, and I've been getting up early and staying up late. Last night I went to bed pretty late, trying to finish revising. For all the hours that I spent staying up late, I ended up like revising like a page and a half, I think, because it really oh boy, no, get away from me. Okay, because it really, oh no, jeez, no, okay, nope, oh wow, okay, I ducked under that. Whew. Sorry, that was a little scary. I ended up revising like a page and a half because it's time consuming, like figuring out like how you're gonna address the changes that are being requested, you know, and a lot of thinking and then writing and moving things around and rewriting and deleting and typing it in again and moving some more stuff around. Like, it's a very interesting process. But I enjoy it. It's like a puzzle. It's almost like trying to figure out a game, you know. And so that's one of the reasons I don't understand why people would ever outsource that stuff to like an AI or whatever, generative LLM. This is the fun stuff, creating things and making something that didn't exist before, that couldn't possibly exist in the way that you have created it, you know. That is the whole point of it all. Is this going to collapse? I forget what happens here. Looks like the sort of thing that's going to collapse, but maybe not. Okay, bad times are here. I don't have... Oh, this thing. Can I just jump on it? I forget. Can I just jump on this? Oh boy, I think I'm supposed to jump on it. Oh, but I can't do that. Okay, that's fine. Oops. I forget what I'm supposed to do with this. Nope, that's not it. I think I can get out of the way of it like this, and then I have to jump down here. Okay. Walk him over here. Oh, okay, that didn't work. I forget what I'm supposed to do there. Okay, continue, try that again. Alright, let's see here. Imagine one day Eugene streaming and someone will backseat enough, it's going to be interesting to take the controller from my hands. Cora might take the controller depending on what I'm playing. She took the controller from me when I was playing Bioshock because I hated doing those little hacking mini games. And the pipe dreams things, I hate those. They're stressful. I don't think fast enough. I don't like them. I would have just paid to hack everything, or just wouldn't have hacked anything in that game on my own. Offer my controller to the next person who backstreams. Some people might, though. Some people might. You know, my friend Fett, he just avoided my Alien Isolation streams because he knew he was going to backseat. And I don't understand that people can't control themselves, but he controlled himself enough to just stay away, as opposed to just saying, I'm just not going to say anything. You don't stream anymore, freak? Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. All right. Well, your health comes first. I'm glad you're still gaming, and I'm glad you're still hanging out. You're still part of the community. And if you're not streaming, would you be interested in doing like a dual stream, like you hanging out on a stream sometime? We're playing a game and we're just chatting and stuff, because that would be fun. I love the original Bioshock. Super disappointed with Bioshock 2. Okay. Do twerking. Gotcha. Yeah. I feel lucky that I have not suffered the ill effects of carpal tunnel yet with all of my writing and whatnot. I've come close. I've had some problems, wrist problems, but I usually have gotten like a brace in time. And oddly, the one time I did have some kind of appreciable nerve damage, it was from being a parent. It was from picking up my son over and over again in the, it was tenosynovitis, I think it was called. And it was like the nerve, like that kind of connects to your thumb, and the nickname for the condition is actually mommy's thumb, I think, because typically mothers would have it from picking up their kids over and over again. I'm not doing very well here. That's okay. What? What happened there? I don't get it. I don't really like the laser. I'll take it, but I don't really like it. Kind of reminds me of that one weapon in the Gradius games. I don't like it because my inclination is to okay, well, that was pretty rough. That's it, game over. Hitting on Freak. I'll stream with you too, Mazin. After the end of June, when my book is due, I'll do some double streams. Not all sequels are equals. Yeah. Freak has been quiet though, so I don't think he's interested. That's okay. I understand. I see how it is. That's kind of interesting. Did you see that? When you start the game, you have the 3 badges, and then one of the badges disappeared. I guess because that's like your current life. It's kind of an interesting way of handling the 1-ups. It's kind of like, okay, your life doesn't count. Oh my god, really? No. Your life doesn't count. Your life doesn't count until the stage starts. Prefer sequels over remakes. Yeah, okay. Like, I haven't played Star Fox 64. I haven't played Star Fox 64 DS. I'm not sure if I own that one or not. But I have very little interest in playing the Switch remake of it, because I probably will just want to play the original game. Like, I like playing... If there's nothing wrong with the original game, like, I'll probably just try that for the first time, you know? And then if I really love it, maybe I'll try the Switch remake of it. But I still haven't finished Star Fox on anything, any Star Fox. The SNES version is actually on my list of games to play. I played a little bit of it, but I haven't, like, really sat down and tried to beat it properly. So that's the kind of game I'll probably just, you know, fire up on the Switch Online sometime when I'm idly in between other games. I've got so many games that I'm in the middle of right now that a lot of them that I'm close to finishing. Wait, that didn't kill that guy? Oh, it just knocks out the grenades. Like, these things, I never quite get a sense of, like, what their hitbox is like. Okay. That's sad. I'm just gonna keep going. I gotta learn this. It's also not necessarily the kind of game that, like, it helps you necessarily to see how other people play it, because a lot of it is just, like, kind of reflexes and figuring out what works for you. Alright, here we go. What the? Get out of there. That seems like cheating to me. I hate it when they come, like, close from the sides of the screen. It seems wrong. Alright, well I did better there. Okay, let's see here. Star Fox 64 is the best sequel. Is the best sequel either? Or ever? Or isn't the best sequel either? This is the era of remakes and remasters. Yeah, I don't know why. Just reissue the old games in a way that people can play them. Do you guys see the there's a Toy Story retro collection coming out? I actually haven't played any Toy Story game ever, but I keep hearing that some of them are really, really good, and so I've been meaning to play them, and so it seems like this is going to be the best way to experience those games. It's certainly Toy Story 3. Carpal tunnels from all the years played computer games, usually constantly resting my rests on the computer desk. Yeah, Yep. Lukewarm on the remake, Mr. M. Remaster Station 5 and Nostalgia. Switch 2 are on that wagon of remakes for remaster, yeah. Loved Star Fox 64 growing up, and in general, been a while. Commentary on a stream, am I allowed to do that? Yeah, I don't know. Can you restrain the cussing? I wonder. That'd be interesting. Best sequel ever. Best sequel. That's okay. I'm fat thumbing and I'm playing, so still lukewarm on the premise. Remake. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. Yep. I also need to have, like, you know, a fast thumb on these, and I'm not sure I'm up to that tonight. So this is going to be sort of a casual, a little bit casual. Oof, almost didn't make that. What am I doing? Why am I running through there? That was a mistake. I was lucky there. I always just find it really kind of tricky sometimes to see where these weapons are. Or I mean, where the bullets are, excuse me. Oh, boy. Jeez. Run for it. Run, Forrest, run. Alright. Can't quite. Uh-oh. That's not good. Can't quite angle myself to, yeet. Okay. Like, you can't park yourself at a diagonal. You have to hold it, and then there's no, like, strafing or anything like that. Unless I'm missing something. Come on. Whew. Okay, casual, breezy, Super C stream. Just booked tickets for Masters of the Universe. I'm trying to decide when I want to go. I asked my son if he wanted to see it. He didn't know what I was talking about. And then I just tried to describe it to him. And he's like, not really. So I'm like, I guess I'm going to see it by myself? Pretend the game is talking crap about my mom. So I don't know if I'm going to see it on Friday or not. Maybe. I kind of, like, low-key am interested in that stupid sword cup that they have. But I'm not going to go out of my way to get it. If they happen to have it, I might pick it up. But probably they're not going to have it. So I'm just going to not going to get that. I'm not getting that. I would like a really nice He-Man sword, because I have a good Thundercats one. Finally, I have like a adult human-sized Thundercats sword now, and I'd like a similar one for He-Man. But weirdly enough, I was never that interested in, like, the He-Man sword as a kid. I was always really into Thundercats, though. Like, I loved He-Man as a kid. I still have my He-Man figure and my Battle Cat. But in terms of, like, wanting a sword or whatever, I always wanted just the Thundercat sword. I guess because the sword actually does stuff, like, you know. You have the power, I have the power. The sword cup, yeah. So there's there's this like trend of like stupid drink and popcorn buckets and things like that. And so there's a cup that is basically like a full-sized He-Man sword, power sword, and you you unscrew the hilt and you pour the drink in there, and then it's basically kind of like a flask, and then you can screw on the blade on the bottom, so you don't really need the blade. Like the blade doesn't get filled with soda or anything like that, just like the main portion of the thing. And I think it's like $30 or $40, something like that. The giant Skeletor head cup, maybe. Hey Dyer, Evil Dead 2 in a couple weeks. Ooh, is that getting a returning to theaters for some reason? Or is that just like a regional thing? I held aloft my... Why did I pause there? That was a bad place to pause. Held aloft my magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power." I do have the He-Man DVD set. I picked it up recently because I was kind of working on something that I thought might become something He-Man related, and then it didn't end up panning out. But now I have the DVD set, so it's a win. You can't duck under the water and have them like run past you, right? They will still hit you. I think I just need to not rush through in some places. I know the spread shot makes the enemy at the end of the stage a little bit easier to manage. I don't like them respawning there. That's not cool. No. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. Hold on a second here. Need to watch more He-Man episodes. Well, the thing is, He-Man... I don't binge watch He-Man. Like, watch an episode or two at a time. They're all very samey, you know. Like, the stories change, but a good chunk of the episodes are very recycled. You like Thundercats more than He-Man. Same here. A regional thing. That's awesome, Dyer. I don't think I've seen any Evil Dead movies in the theater before. Yeah. Want the Castle Grayskull popcorn bucket. I did want Castle Grayskull as a kid. I did want Castle Grayskull. I also wanted the Cat Slayer from Thundercats. Right. Is this hurting? Actually, I can't tell if that's hurting him. I don't think it is. Oh, no. What? Oh, I need a duck there. Okay. Yeah, this isn't good. I know I have a better strategy for this guy. I guess I'll walk him over here. I'll jump down. Okay. Well, that didn't go well. Voltron episode here and there, yeah. Voltron, baby. They haven't made a Voltron movie yet, right? Oh, that wasn't even a boss. That was just the mid boss thing. Ugh, the mid stage thing. Ooh, He-Man DVD collection with glow in the dark slipcover. That's cool. Okay, this is when things start falling. Forgot where that was going to happen. Okay. Don't like this. Konami really knew how to make a... Oh, I got the wrong weapon. Okay. Really knew how to make a set piece, didn't they? Gross. That's very stressful. Okay. I don't like this weapon either. Okay, this is a real boss. Oh, this thing. Nope. I don't even remember how to fight this thing. Oops, that didn't go well. Alright, let me try that again. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do there. Just relearning all this. Like I haven't you don't play a game in 5 years, and it's like you've never played it before in your life. Oh, wow. Okay. Why can't I duck behind trees? Like a stealth Contra game. Do they have stealth Contra games? I know there's been a lot of different Contra games. Probably one of them is like a stealth game, right? Or do they have any like first-person shooter Contra games? Because why not? Jump too soon for that. Okay, wow. Terrible. Probably the best weapon in the game. The one that exploded. There are no FPS or stealth Contra games. Contra FPS is a bad idea. Is it, Dyer? Why not? Why not? I think you could do it if you had the right people making the game. I mean, a first-person, whoopsie. First-person Bionic Commando game, that's a bad idea. But alright, this is going to be a whole process. Should I try this with my arcade stick? Do you think that'll be any better? Probably not, right? There's just too many guys. They just keep coming. I also was considering playing Streets of Rage. So I want to finish that, but I felt like that might be too similar to Ninja Turtles 2, because it's another brawler kind of thing, bolt scroller kind of thing. So I decided I would go with this instead. But I also would like to finish Streets of Rage. I also think that game's going to take a lot of practice, too, just like this one. Pause for a second here. Some games are not meant to go 3D. Yeah. I feel like a FPS Contra could work better than any of the Contra games they actually did make. Contra 4, I have Contra 4 on DS. I bought that years ago. There was like a long period of time where I wasn't really playing games, but I was still buying games. With I guess I'm still in that period in the planning to play them at some point. And there were a bunch of games that I bought them just because I knew of them from the NES and I had played them a little bit and I was like, well, that's going to be good. So I picked up Contra 4 and I played a little bit of it, but I never sat down and tried to finish it, so I haven't gotten very far in it. Legacy of War, Contra Operation Galaga, the demo. Yeah, I wanted to play it on the Switch, but it didn't really perform well on the Switch. So I'll probably, whenever I do get to that and play it, I will probably just play it on Steam, I guess. Some trick to manipulating this? Or if you walk off of it, does it not turn right away? Huh. Instead of jumping off of it? Alright, here's where things get bad. Just gonna go slow here. I don't really want that. Okay, I'm gonna go slow here because I don't know what's gonna fall. Oh, no! Oh, jeez. Okay. Once I was on that thing, I couldn't jump off of it for some reason. I was just stuck. Okay. Well, that was too bad. Stressful. Stressful. Alright. Now it's a real fight here. Not going well. It's the kind of thing where you can stand like just off center and be safe. Oh, okay. Oh, did I do it? Oh, you can just shoot the guy in the middle? Okay. Alright. Legacy of War. See the Contra Adventure. Legacy of War is a Contra game? Contra Adventure, Contra Rogue Corps. I also have the Contra Rebirth on my Wii that I haven't played much of. I barely remember this stage. This is a cool room, though. Oh, I remember the fighting this boss bubble thing, though. Do these just keep coming? Okay. Alright. Made it to 4, at least. It's progress. Oh, boy. No. No. Freaking bubble machines. Oh, I was facing the wrong way. That's too bad. Okay. What? Oh, that's fun. I forgot about that. Okay. Oh, I remember these guys. Sort of. Legacy of Wars, blah. Well, alright. Back to the beginning. See, these are very short game loops. Because I know, like, you can beat this game in, like, what, 20 minutes or something if you're good at it, if you know what you're doing. I think my problem with this game is that a lot of the time, because I'm not overly familiar with what's happening, I start to panic. It's like manufactured panic. And really, you just need to predict. You can predict what everyone's going to do for the most part. Very few like actual surprises in this once you've played through it, right? I did not see that. Okay. That's annoying. It's like they're throwing corn dogs at you. I'm not sure what I was trying to do there. I'll reset. Legacy of War was what happened when Konami decided to hand the series to an outside dev. See also Strider Returns and Blaster Master 2. Blaster Master 2. Contra Force doesn't count as a Contra game. Is it called Archound? Is that what the source game was? Is there a Famicom game called Archound? Is it the same, or is it just? I wonder how heavily they adapted it. I've never actually tried playing the original. It'd be interesting to see what the differences are. Tempted to try this with an arcade stick just to see what all is different, but I think the D-pad is probably better. In terms of fast response. That's why I didn't see that, because I was so concentrating on trying to get past or knock this thing out of the air. You jumped? No. Try an arcade stick just for kicks, eh? Just for kicks, we'll try an arcade stick. Famicom game was never released. Instead, the prototype was sent to Konami USA, who cleaned it up a little. Okay, so there is no Japanese version. Interesting. Ooh, oh, no. I don't know if that's any better. I don't think the arcade stick's any better. I probably would have died anyway. What am I doing? Oh god. Yeah, maybe this isn't working out so well. It's worth a shot, I guess. Back with the regular D-pad. I was just curious. Probably the arcade stick would work for things, but I think once you've built in a certain amount of muscle memory with the D-pad, switching to an arcade stick is maybe not the best approach. I have to remember where these things are coming from. Like I just have to remember what's coming. Now I know that there are some power-ups coming. I totally missed them both. Alright, I'm not going to keep resetting. We'll just move on. And then you get the wrong weapon, and you get thrown off. If I game over, I'll probably just restart. I'm not sure what dictates whether they're going to come running at you from the side or not. Because it's not whether you're standing there, because that's exactly when they come and run at you. If I use the NES Dogbone controller, oh yeah. You know what? I do like the Dogbone controller, but sometimes I don't actually like the layout of the B and the A buttons, but it is very nice. I actually have two of them. I have, when I got my top loader NES, it came with a Dogbone controller, and around the same time I was still in college, so it was around like 1996 or 97. You could actually still call Nintendo and order a Dogbone controller just on its own. I think I got like a brand new one for $10. So I have two of them. One of them hardly ever used. I just don't tend to use it that often. I like it. It's pretty comfortable. I don't like the B and the A button for certain games, but for other games, it's actually very good. It was actually really helpful in some Battle Kid sections, but mostly I play with this controller, which is the Hudson Joy Sansui SSS, and it's a little bit larger and feels more comfortable, you know. But I do have it. I could actually pull that out and play with that instead. Maybe I'd be doing better. I don't know. Maybe the D-pad on it is quite comfortable. the dog bone. Hey, I went up. I wish you could stack weapons, like have the rapid fire and the spread shot. It doesn't seem to be possible in this kind of game. Gotta be careful. I'm getting a little daring over there. Okay. Just decided I would just try to wail on this guy. Yeah. Recently posted another software creations game that had a crappy non-fallen soundtrack. Company called Tommy on Amazon's dogwood controllers. No, they're not good controllers, Freaka 4. You can, the Tomy ones, I mean, maybe if they work for you, that's great. The Tomy ones, you can push down on the D-pad and hit like all 4 inputs at the same time. Like those are super cheap controllers. I have tried them. I mean, literally they're like $10, but I think they're just, and they're very lightweight. There's hardly anything to them. Like I would absolutely just get like a regular dog bone. If you, I think the Famicom dog bone controllers are a little bit cheaper because they have shorter cords. So that might be the best way to do it. Hey, Boiling Blood, that looks like a Famicom controller. The color is different. Yeah, and the Famicom version of this Hudson Softjoy Sansui is red, actually. It's a Famicom red. Risk is a part of the game. Risk is our business. Yeah. But yeah, I've tried those Tomy controllers, and they did not pass muster for me anyway. But it would be great if you could have like a reasonable replacement. It's interesting that Nintendo hasn't made. I feel like they should do that as like their their Switch 2 controllers. That would be interesting if they made NES controllers for the Switch 2 that you don't have to dock, right, to charge. Oh no. And they use that as the basis for them. I think that would be really cool. I totally botched this one. Okay, I'm not doing great here. Got me all fired up about controllers, that's why. That's fine. There's lots of casual deaths tonight. Bart and the Beanstalk. Yeah, I'm glad you don't have any problems with those. Maybe they've improved them. That's also possible. I haven't used them in I haven't tried them in a long time. It's also possible that they just are totally fine. And I never actually tried one like on an actual NES. I just kind of evaluated it in the store. I was like, yeah, this doesn't feel good to me. But Simpsons games. There's going to have to be a Simpsons collection at some point, a Simpsons retro collection at some point. Surprise Limited Run hasn't reissued the old NES games yet. I actually would probably be tempted to pick that up. Despite Bart vs. the World not being a good game, I kind of have nostalgia for it because I finished it over the course of a summer. I bought my friend's used copy of it, like $11, I think, and it was the only game I had for the summer, so I just played that a heck of a lot. It was fine. It's just janky, or it's not even necessarily janky, but the controls are not good in it. It does not feel good to play. But, oh boy. These stages always make me think of Bayou Billy. Imagine they announced like a new Bayou Billy game. Like, that's a dead IP. That would be an interesting thing. We gotta get a Rebirth collection, Konami, right? They've got to get us a Rebirth collection at some point. Oopsie. Hold on, come back over here. Okay, hold on. Okay, so if you walk off of it, it looks like it keeps going. Instead of jumping, if you jump off of it, then it seems like it turns around sooner. Oops. Oh, no. Oh, geez. That was a bad place to land. Okay. Bayou Billy? Hope you saved the receipt. Get the fire weapon by accident. It's not a bad weapon. Okay. Oh, you have to charge it? Wait, you can charge that weapon? Huh. Let's give that a try. Yeah, I need to get better at the different weapons as well, because I always just kind of end up working it if I don't have the machine gun or the spread shot. Kind of the same way in Gradius. Oh yeah, and Mr. Matthews has got me interested in trying the Gradius Game Boy games as well. It would be nice to play a Gradius game that I could actually beat. Charge the fire weapon. Wow, really? Alright, I'm gonna have to give that a try. Probably come out with a compilation. I'm not sure, the thing is, I'm not sure that they're really proud of it. I suspect that there are certain deals that they make for high-profile games that people actually want to play. And then part of the deal is that they have to take these, like, really bananas, like, games that nobody actually really wants. Like, because the games are, like, they have to reissue these games, and you can still just buy even a box copy of that game for the same price or less, So I think that to get some of the games that they really want, they have to do, like, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, or even some of the Star Wars games that they reissued. Could also be that there's some test. It's like a test to see, like, what are people going to buy? Because people are buying them, or they wouldn't keep doing them, right? And it's kind of like, what kind of trash are people really just going to pick up? Just because, it's limited run, and it's, FOMO, and all that collector mentality and whatnot. But come on, who wanted A Boy and His Blob on NES when you can buy the actual cartridge, like the original game, for, like, dollars compared to it? Right. And not to say that those are bad games. That's a bad game. Like, A Boy and His Blob, like, I haven't finished it on the NES. I think it's a really clever game, and I really want to finish it, I was actually spoiled for something at the end, so I've had to, like, leave enough time to forget how to win. But Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, like, and that too, like, I kind of wouldn't mind playing more of it. It's just it's a slog to figure it out. Alright, so it's not this one, it's that one. 2. Is it the third one that drops you? No, 3, and then it's the 4, okay. can charge this weapon? Huh, okay. Oh, so it's not like you have to keep pressing it. It's like it fires when you let go because you're holding it down. I did not know how to use this before. Okay. Whoop, jeez, okay. That didn't go well. Well, that's okay. I was too busy experimenting with the charge shot. Well, that's very interesting. That is very interesting. Rather disappointed that Yuzo Koshiro went with LRG for the Genesis release of Eartheon. Should be sometime this year. I thought that was delayed, or maybe isn't going to come out at all. I don't know. I should just get the Steam version and grab the ROM. Gradius, the Interstellar Assault may be the best Game Boy game I ever played. Interesting. You think they actually feel dirty for those Ren and Stimpy and Rugrats compilations? I hope so. I mean, they did the Rugrats game, the new one, and then they did the compilations. Some of the Rugrats games might be okay, but Ren and Stimpy, I've never heard a good thing about a Ren and Stimpy game. The Star Wars games were especially egregious, yeah. I mean, those were totally for Star Wars collectors, right? They put them in those blister packs. You're not meant to open that, like, ever, right? The remastered version of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. They didn't remaster that, but that would be interesting. The Jaws remaster, I picked up the digital of that. I didn't buy the physical of that either. It's still coming, Dyer. Okay. And I know that Jeremy Parrish has talked about maybe having a physical version of the I'm just gonna stand here. Physical version of the remastered version of it. Looks like this is where I'm supposed to stand. Okay, I think we figured this one out. Alright, we've got that one down. I probably figured that one out long ago, and I just totally forgot about it. But yeah, I haven't picked up Eartheon yet. I've gotten better at resisting Steam sales and things like that because I already have a massive backlog, and there are always just going to be more Steam sales, you know. So I don't need to grab them and worry that I'm never going to get it cheap, this cheap again. If anything, they'll be cheaper later, the longer you wait. So I've gotten better at refraining. I've got so many games to play. I've been thinking about what I'm going to stream for the summer, because I was thinking about maybe I would do homebrew games again, or I could do Commodore 64 and 64 games again. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it Steamy Summer Streams, and I'm going to stream games from my sizable Steam backlog. So I'll be playing some PC games probably. I haven't committed to this yet, but I think that's what I'm going to do. Steamy Summer Streams. And it will be... How do I trigger these? I forget how you trigger those things. Do you have to jump all the way up here? I have to jump up here to trigger it? Okay, what? That doesn't seem fair. Steamy, yes, exactly, Steamy. We've got a lot of Steam games. A whole lot of Steam games to play. I was hoping... Oh, why am I over here? Oh, wow. Okay. Gotta learn how to do that. See you, Dyer. Thanks for hanging out. Get some rest. Yeah, this is actually very great because you just kind of keep playing, like very short loops. I had to bail on your 007 stream to pick up my kid But how are you liking that game, Ace, so far? How long is that game going to be as well, I wonder? Seems like it might be a long game. Speaking of playing things on PC. Or are you playing the PS5 version, I guess? Then I just need to figure out like what games I'm going to play. I'm debating doing like... What? How do you trigger that without getting killed by it? So I'm coming over here because those guys... Oh boy, they're jumping down here too? What the heck? It's like these guys aren't going to come bother me over here. No, here they are though. That's not good. I'm stuck. I'm stuck forever. Forever and ever. Oof. That didn't go well. Are there no points in this game? Can you not get one-ups? Or is the point system hidden? How do you get one-ups in this game? Oh, do you have to shoot the ceiling to make it fall? That might have worked. Oof, well, okay. Picked up a Retro Freak. Oh, nice, Freaka 4. You gotta call it the Retro Freaka 4. That's cool, that's cool. That's like the fancy Retron 5, right? That's awesome. I always kind of wanted one of those. It's pretty nice. Playing the PS5 version takes some adjusting, enjoying what I've played so far. Yeah. Sometimes those games can be a little bit rough to like figure out on stream, right? Well, hope you guys don't mind watching me die over and over and over and over and over and over again, but I'm enjoying this. And did you start Mina the Hollower, Ace? Is that the other one you're streaming? Mina the Hollower, I kind of want to get back to that. I played like a little bit of it, and I want to play more of it, but I want to knock out some of the other things that I'm in like the middle of, like, and possibly close to the end of playing. So I don't really want to dive into Mina the Hollower just yet, and I don't want to stream that one. I think that's sometimes the Metroidvania type things, or I guess people are calling it like a Souls-like in some ways too, which is a little scary. It did seem harder than I was expecting it to be in some ways, but it also feels fair in that the penalty for death doesn't seem to be that great. Kind of Shovel Knight-like in that regard. Shovel Knight, I should really finish Shovel Knight actually. It's bad that I haven't finished that game. Not for lack of liking it. I do think it's very good. Just never stuck for some reason. Oh no, that was close. Alright, I will catch up on that chat in a minute. I'm kind of trying to keep this groove going. Yeah, you can just wreck that thing with a spread shot. Love to see me play Shovel Knight. I've only played through like the beginning of the game. I could start it over again from the beginning if I wanted to stream it. That would be fun to stream. It would be a long running thing though. I could do Shovel Knight Shovel Summer. Hey, Mr. Thumb Brothers, I do dig Shovel Knight. New game stoked for He-Man. Yes, I want to play He-Man. Jay and Silent Bob, Chronic Blunt Punch. I haven't seen anything about that. I guess I should try the demo of that one. Toxic Avenger beat 'em up. I would play the Toxic Avenger. I'm not a big fan of so I did get one up. I'm not a big fan of the IP, but I would play it, you know. It's based on like the cartoon, right? But you know, I've got a lot of beat 'em ups in my backlog already that you know, I should probably try to finish before I keep picking up. Like I got Rita's Revenge that I want to finish. That I want to play. I haven't even played it yet. And like I want to get that new Scott Pilgrim game as well. But there doesn't seem to be any rush for that. And Marvel Cosmic Invasion I want to play. But again, I've got lots of beat 'em ups in my backlog already, so those things aren't going anywhere. I would like physical copies of most of them if I can get them. Seems wrong that you can't kill this thing when it's off screen. They can kill you when they're off screen. Man, not being able to jump kind of messes you up a little bit, hey? Whew. Am I winning? Am I winning? I don't know. I don't know if I am. Okay. I'm doing okay though. I've got an extra life, so I'm doing better. This is probably my best run so far. He said until he jinxed it. So there's a score. You just can't see the score when you're going about your business. It's just hidden. I don't know why I keep ducking when I have the spread shot there, but that might be my problem. I keep ducking when I'm here, even though I don't need to. And then that makes it slower for me to turn around to take out the guys who are sneaking up behind me. That might be the issue there. That guy's not dying. That's weird. And I really want to stream UFO 50. I want to do a bunch of those streams. I just don't know when. Like, I might have to fit in an extra night or something, an extra stream at some point if I'm past my deadlines. I'm not sure. Krispy Kreme. Hey, Sklets. Beat this as a kid with the extra life code, but never tried with the regular amount of lives. It's not 30 though, like the original. Is it like 10 or something like that? It might be 10. Alright, so it's the second one that kills you. Right, okay. And it's the third one that kills you. Oh, it's the fourth one. Second and then fourth. So the even numbered, and then that one kills you, and then they're all death. Okay. Ooh boy, jeez. Okay, then it's just death, death, death. Okay, I think we're okay now. Right? Nope. Okay. Oh boy. All right, that's harrowing. Alright, so theoretically we should be able to wreck this guy now. Yeah. Don't bother with Star Wasp here. Okay. I think if I stream UFO 50, I'll try to play every game. I'm thinking about maybe doing every game for like 2 hours or something, or until I beat it, and not trying to do all like the cherries or whatever that stuff is. But we'll see. Easy boss. Now it's easy boss. Thank you for the GG Boiling Blood. Another life. Excellent. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, wow. That's a shame. That's okay. Did just get that extra life, so it's fine. That was just a stupid way to die. This is a stage I really need to learn. Star Wasp here. Okay. Oh, you rage quit the whole thing, huh? Alright, so we're going to figure out if it's just a matter of shooting the ceiling. Is that... Yes, okay. So you shoot the ceiling. You don't touch it with your head. You shoot the ceiling. And it will go down. Okay. Okay, great. Good to know. Things, are those soldiers? They look like little gargoyles or something. Or evil angels. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go... Okay. Oof, that's too bad. All right. Oh, these things. Oh boy. Yep. Don't like this. Ooh, okay. Right. Gotta learn this. Freaking elevator. Nope. Oh boy. Great. Bad news. I do remember this messing me up quite a bit the last time I played this. So I'm not too surprised here. I'm not too surprised. Okay. Spread shot there would be nice. That was bad. Just completely devastated. Remember, I can crouch. Okay. C64 games. Yeah, my first introduction to video games growing up was my parents' C128. Yeah, I've got a, I have the C64 Mini, but then I also picked up recently the a C64 Mini Black Edition, which is full of homebrew games, and I'm playing through one of them, Pig's Quest, right now for the Homebrew Game Club, and then there's also going to be like a podcast discussion of the other ones, and I haven't had a lot of time to play most of the other ones. I might stream from that at some point, but I don't know. There's lots of games I want to stream, but not enough time to actually stream games, so I have to pick. I've got a bunch of plug and plays I want to do too. I wish I had a double jump. I don't know why I was trying to run over there. Why don't those bombs kill those guys? How are they impervious to this? Okay, hey Shode, how you doing? I have to remember what's coming here. Oh, spread shot was right there. Okay. Maybe pick up a 664 Max Ultimate. Yeah. No, those are cool. For sure. Let's see. One thing that's cool is later this month I'm going to go see Bit Brigade. Have you guys... I know Sleds has heard of them. We're going to go see Bit Brigade. They're playing Mega Man X. And we're going to bring the Spud. I thought the Spud would enjoy it, even though he hasn't really played Mega Man X or any real too many retro games. But he's never been to a concert before, so that'll be fun. Whoops. Yeah, their whole thing, if you don't know Bit Brigade, is it's like a band and they play Oh, I thought I could make that jump. I guess not. Okay. I wanted to go over on this side. And I'm dead. That's fine. Fun first concert. Hey, Peter. First concert was Garth Brooks. Nice. This looks super. Yeah, so they speedrun. There's a speedrunner on stage who plays the game, and then the band plays live music for the stages. Your first concert was Kenny Smith, then? Don't know if that's offensive or not. All right, let's see, what time is it? It's 11:39. I think I could do one more, at least one more of these. See how we do. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I've got stuff to do in the morning. But this is good. This has been a good, I've been enjoying this. And relearning the game. Oh, I'm going to restart. Restart there. Problem being, you get to those later stages and then you die and you have to keep replaying those early stages. But then you get better at those early stages, so it all evens out, right? All works out in the end. Some of this is like getting to know what is safe and what is not safe. And sometimes I feel like I'm overreacting to things, like I'm ducking when I don't need to duck. Kind of trying to jump out of the way of something and it actually won't hurt me. Finding that safe spot, like figuring out like, oh, I can actually just line myself up with, just line myself up. I'm going to restart. Line myself up and it can't hit me, that kind of thing. I am Superman. That's REM, R-E-M. Okay. I thought it was funny that there's someone named Veruca Salt. Presumably named after the Roald Dahl character. So I really like seeing people improve in games as they play them. You know, like what I'm doing right now. Hopefully I'm improving. But, you know, watching that kind of iterative progress. But it is also really cool to see someone who knows a game very well. You know, like Captain Algebra or Megadan streaming Contra or Super C. Or like a speedrunner. So, you know, ooh, jeez. It's all good either way, right? Did have a good run in that last last go up until stage 4 though. Some of it being contingent on like holding on to the right weapon. Veruca Salt was the name of the snobby stuck-up girl, yep, in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. First concert I went to by myself was Kid Rock. Oh, boy, Kid Rock. Been a good practice run, thanks, GW. It's all practice, like learning. first concert for me, was it Weird Al? It might have been Weird Al. A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far away. Whew, that was close. Oh boy, I cut that very close. Gosh. Not sure what I'm doing here. A little hairy there, okay. Run and gun. Sometimes you want to run, sometimes you want a gun. Gonna see Weird Al on the 17th? Ooh, you're in for a treat. That's awesome. Yeah, Weird Al rocks. Sling us a web, you're the Spider-Man. Sling us a web tonight. Alright, favorite Weird Al songs, go. I'm way behind on Weird Al, though. That movie, though, with Daniel Radcliffe is really good. Took me a little bit to figure out, like, oh, that's what it's doing. But that's exactly how you do a Weird Al movie. And of course, UHF. Classic. Spatula City. I haven't seen that in a long time. Whoop. Let's see here. Gump, Cavity Search, Amish Paradise, Syndicated Incorporated, Saga Begins, Dare to Be Stupid. Yeah, Dare to Be Stupid, man. Do you like the Hillbilly song? Yeah. Dare to Be Stupid's great. Yeah. A Twinkie Wiener Sandwich. Actually, do I know that one? Stuck in the closet with Vanna White. Dared to be stupid, white and nerdy. Think I'm a clone now. Living in the fridge. Star Wars Saga. Amish Paradise Like a Surgeon. Yeah. Spam. What about the Spam song? I always like that one. Okay, so it's the second one here, and then it's the fourth one. And then it's just one after the other. Hitting the balloons gives you points? Oh boy. Whoa, okay, hold on. And then this one kills you. Whew, okay. Whoa, slipped out of the alignment there. That's okay. From UHF. Oh, okay. It's been a while since I saw that. Word Crimes. Foil is a solid newer track. I have to remember that one. Foil. Okay. Foil. Yeah, I got to catch up on some of his music. Well, that's cool. I hope you have a good time in that concert. That's great. Is it the whole family going to that one? He must have done like 2 or 3 encores when I went to see him. And this was a long time ago. It's like back in college, I think. Maybe just after college? Foil, first, outer, inner, last. Great song to help me when I... Oh, the math thing. That's right. Based on Royal by Lord. Okay. That's the other problem. Like, sometimes I don't know the song that they're based on. Wow, that guy jumps way down. That doesn't seem fair. Okay, I gotta go this way, then this way. Let's stick to the left, I think. Oh no, that's too bad. I dropped down by accident. That's a shame. I was trying to shoot. No, boy, okay. That's fine, that's fine. This is fine. We're learning, we're learning. Bad news, okay. Ay. Okay, I'm making some silly mistakes here. I'm still trying to learn in this area here. Nope. Wow. sloppy work, Myers. That didn't go well. The bubbles. Okay. Ugh. 6 words long. Let's see here. Just me and my new friend Jesse. He bought tickets for him and his wife. That's when he found out that his wife does not like Weird Al. Suddenly I had tickets to see Weird Al. Suddenly you had a new friend named Jesse. Oh, you have an extra ticket to Weird Al? Hey, bestie. I like Weird Al. That's excellent. Well, originally I was going to get the Bit Brigade tickets just for me and the Spud. And then my wife was like, I want to see that. I want to go to that. Why don't we all go? I'm like, okay. Now we got to get a sitter for the little one. So it becomes a bit more expensive and a little bit more complicated logistics-wise, but I think it'll be a good time. Cannot bring my daughter to a concert yet. Alright, this is probably going to be the last run. Just because it's getting late. Oh boy. Figure this whole thing out. That's no good. Nope. Nope. Had met him at mutual friends gatherings a few times. Alright, this is my last continue. So be it. I'm happy to pick this up some more next week and try to get a little bit farther. Oh boy. Ugh, that was a mess. Does this game have a stage select? Oh boy, you get those bubbles get out of control and you're just really in trouble here. Bubble trouble. This game doesn't have a stage select, does it? It'd be nice to just practice these stages because I feel like I've gotten pretty good at the first ones. Yeah, I've got one life here. Brilliant. I think I need to not panic, you know, and make sure that I'm positioned where I need to be. Everything is predictable. See, I can't jump on that. There are no surprises in this. Whoops. Well. Blah. See, I'm tempted to keep going, but it is midnight, so maybe I won't. Maybe I won't keep going. But this has been fun. 2 hours. Wait, is it 11:58? Yeah, it's 11:58. But yeah, I'll probably play some more of this next week. So I've got 2 more streams for the spring clearing. Maybe we'll be able to wrap this up in a couple streams. I don't know. We'll see. Otherwise, I'll play something else. Yeah, thank you, GW. Yeah, didn't make it as far as my best run, but That's okay. Maybe I'll put a little bit more time in if I need a distraction to like wake myself up or whatever when I'm staying up late writing. Let's see. All right. So who's streaming next? So Thursday night, Great White North is going to be streaming. Yes. Thank you, Freaka4. It's really good to see you. What are you streaming, Great White North? Oh, you're going back to Fatal Frame, right? You're still doing Fatal Frame tomorrow night? Have you not played this before, Peter? Or have you just not played a lot of it? More Fatal Frame, okay. And then Omega Ace, I think, is streaming Mina the Hollower on Friday night, right? That's what you're on now. Mazin is also streaming on Friday night. Mazin's going to be streaming some more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. I'll try to catch some of that if I can. And then, I don't know who's streaming on Saturday. Saturday might make a good extra streaming night for me. Well, I stream on Sundays, though. Anyway, at some point, I want to fit another streaming night in, at least sporadically if I can. Sunday night, I'm planning to go back to Metroid Prime. I came close to beating a boss last week on Sunday, and I will have to redo that whole section again, but I think I should be able to manage it. So hopefully we'll finish that up and make a little bit more progress in that game. I'm enjoying it, even if it's taking me a while to get through it. Oh, right. Monday's the first broadcast of 109.2 The Wave. All right, this time I'm gonna call in. This time I'm definitely gonna call in. There's the number 304-933-9283. Excellent. Yeah, I really enjoy those. Those are so creative. Those summertime streams, the radio station, just good vibes. Good vibes, man. What game are you playing with it? Are you playing something new or continuing? You were playing Donkey Kong 64, but I think you stopped that and you were starting something else. But Tony Hawk Shred. Okay. Yeah, I'm not super into the sports games. At least I haven't really played many of them, although the Tony Hawk games look pretty good. But again, good vibes, good vibes. Those things are a good compliment to the radio station for sure. It's going to be a mess. You're going to get shredded. That's excellent, though. So that'll be Monday night. Captain Algebra, I think, is streaming on Friday. I don't know what he's playing though. I don't recall what his Friday night game is. I think it's another Sega game. I think he's back to his typical Sega streams. So that's the lineup, folks. I keep meaning to make like a calendar or something like that that I can keep track of people's streams with. But baseball game, I'd say, oh boy, is he in another stretch of sports games? Oof. Okay. I'll drop a like and say hi. All right, folks. Thanks again for hanging out. This was fun. I'll get back to this again next week. All right, take care. Have a good rest of the week. Hopefully I'll probably see you guys in different streams, but if I don't see you, then take care. All right. Laters. Bye bye.